Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's edition of NXT broadcast live on USA Network from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. In the main event, Braun Breaker defeated Von Wagner by pinfall. After the match, Breaker attacked Wagner with a steel chair and the ring steps as the video cut to black to end the show.
Oh! I can't believe he did it! He did it!
Tiffany Stratton retained her NXT Women's title in the opening match, defeating Kiana James. Following the win, Becky Lynch appeared on screen to announce that she would be challenging Stratton for the title on next week's episode.
And seeing as you have made a trip to Raw last week and you are payback on Saturday, I think it's time that the man comes around to NXT. You said it yourself. You have no competitors, so I went and found you one. Me. So next Tuesday, it will be Tiffany Stratton versus the man for the NXT Women's Championship in the main event.
In the NXT Global Heritage Invitational Tournament, Nathan Frazier pinned Duke Hudson in a Group B match, while Butch and Axiom went to a time limit draw in their Group A match. Also on the show, Mustafa Ali pinned Dragon Lee to earn a shot at Dominic Mysterio's North American title in NXT No Mercy. The win occurred thanks in part due to a fast count from Mysterio, who was the special referee. Ali laid out Mysterio after seeing the finish on replay. In other results, Ilya Dragunov pinned Oro Mensah, Tyler Bate defeated Dabba-Kato, and Thea Hale beat Gigi Dolan by submission. In ratings news, SmackDown on Fox drew a total audience of 2.443 million viewers last week, according to WrestleNomics, which was down 5.3% from the previous week's 2.581 million. The rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.65, down from the previous week's 0.76 key demo rating, and representing 848,000 viewers. Last Friday's episode of AEW Rampage drew a total audience of 372,000 to TNT, according to WrestleNomics. That total is up 6.9% from the previous week's audience of 348,000. The rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.11, even with the previous week, and representing 145,000 viewers. And in injury news, Dakota Kai provided an update on the torn ACL that's been keeping her out of action. She indicated yesterday on her social media that she expects to be out of action until next year and is specifically looking at January 2024 as a potential return time frame. Kai has been out of action since sustaining the injury last May. She recently returned to WWE television, but has pointed out that while she is now able to walk around on the injured leg, she will still require months of recovery before she can wrestle on it. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.